Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. These last couple of videos I have been doing commentary on the different antagonists within the Outlast trials. I'm doing two of them today within one video. I have the Screamer and the Pouncer. They did announce a new Prime asset that's coming out on July 15th, so I will be doing a video on those in the future. But after this video, I will be focusing on Cornelius and also Amelia within the Outlast trials because those are the few protagonists that we do have in the game. And Dr. Easterman, I may focus on him at some point, but with the new Prime assets coming out, I may focus on him on a later date because I'm pretty sure more documentations about that man will be released with the new Prime assets. But today, we will be focusing on the Screamer and the Pouncer, and if you enjoy my content, stick around as we're going to dive into who exactly are they within the Outlast trials.
I shall deliver your punishment.
Suckers, you think you can break me like that? With an animal carcass?
Is that you, Sweet Pea?
You should have turned down this bounty, Talos.
I'll see you soon.
Diving into the physical appearance, starting off with the Pouncer. We all know the Pouncer is a noticeable adult woman. She has sagging, pasty, white skin that is stained with dry blood. When you get a closer look at her, you can tell that there is a surgical scar that runs vertical on her torso, and it comes from her navel to her chest. She has push, nails, wires, and other bits of metal that is inside of her skin. It's usually around her head or possibly her spine. When you look at her face, you will notice that it is stitched shut, but it's unclear whether or not she did that herself or if it was the experiments from Murkoff doing that. Diving into the physical appearance of the Screamer, the only thing that he wears is a high-waisted underpants, and the rest of his body is covered in rashes, cuts, and also gashes, and certain parts of his body is covered either in tape or in bandages. When you get a closer look at his face, you'll notice that there is a speaker device that's implanted on his chest, which connects to the electronics in his mouth, which those resemble an oxygen mask. He has bandages that is over his right eye, leaving him only dependent on his left eye to see. Murkoff decided to drill protective headphones into his ears because of the power the Screamer produces, because majority of the time when you find the Screamer, he's usually standing, sitting, or laying down in random places within the trials. He's always twitching every now and then. As soon as you make any type of noise he can hear, he lets loose that powerful scream, and that's the reason why Murkoff decided to put the protective headphones into his ears.
There's too much.
Diving into the background information for the two, starting off with the Pouncers, there's not much information about them within the asylum. However, we do learn that they are former Mount Massive patients, and they were selected because of their paranoid tendencies. However, when it comes to the Screamers, it's completely different. They're not from Mount Massive. They are actually a result of research done by Nazi scientists during the Second World War. The Screamers are produced by the exposure from the morphogenic engine, and that basically causes the mutations to their vocal cords. Now, the Screamers are not Murkoff's creation at all. Instead, they are product of the Operation Paperclip scientists, which is also the same operation that was used when I talked about the video regarding the Night Hunters. It's very interesting because the scientists within Operation Paperclip, they describe the Screamers as always sleeping, but they're never sleeping. They seem to be like in a vegetable state. Correction, I meant to say vegetative. That resembles sleeping, but they are awake and they are aware of their surroundings. Diving into the personality, starting off with the Pouncers. So the Pouncers, you only ever come across them if you're not careful. They're always in a hiding spot, and if you're too close to the hiding spot, she will jump out and she will get on top of you and attack you. And she only attacks you out of fear. She's often yelling at the reagents in an aggressive manner, but also defensive.
Son of a bitch! I'm gonna condition! Why wouldn't let me die?
She has no interest in seeking out the reagents to kill them. This is one of the few X-Pops where she's not patrolling the area to find reagents to attack them or to kill them. You know, if you are successful with getting the Pouncer off of you, she will sprint away and she'll go to a different hiding spot. And if you hit her with a throwable object like a brick or maybe even the glass, she will state that the reagent is being cruel and she wants them to stop bothering her. So it's easy for us to understand that this is an X-Pop that's not going out of her way to harm anyone, and she's not out for blood. She just wants to be left alone. And that would make sense, noting that she came from Mount Massive and she had the paranoid tendencies. The personality for the Screamer is somewhat similar as well. It is skittish and they are more fearful rather than wanting to kill the reagents, because the Screamer, he doesn't show any interest in harming the reagents. As soon as you come across a Screamer, if you alert him of your presence, he will scream, have you immobilized for a little bit, and he will relocate to a different location. Similar to the Pouncer, she will come out of fear, she'll beat on you, but as soon as she gets off of you, she'll run away and go hide somewhere else. The Screamer is no different when it comes to him wanting to keep his distance from the reagents. Same thing with the Pouncer, it's the same thing. She just wants to keep her distance from the reagent because she is fearful for her life, and the Screamer is the same way. Now, ending the video off with the random trivia as I do. So the Pouncer is the first enemy in the Outlast franchise that can hide in the same spots as the players. They're also the first enemy that can attack players from the hiding spot. And during the trials, some of them, apparently, if you complete a task and you run past an empty hiding spot, sometimes there's a chance a Pouncer will instantly spawn and attack you. If you decide to go into the double lockers, and let's say that the Pouncer is also inside, you can still get attacked by them even if you're going on the side that is empty. Now, diving into the random trivia regarding the Screamer. I have noticed this before when I was playing it during the prime time and they had the break the televisions. If you're in a room with a Screamer and you alert them of your presence, their scream will actually break the television. And during the prime time event, I did utilize them a lot to break the televisions, especially if I'm in an area where I hear a television, but I cannot locate it. And some of the closed beta files, apparently there were subtitles for the Screamers. They were supposed to have dialogue at one point, but I guess it just never went beyond the closed beta. And that's all that I wrote for today's video. Thank you so much for watching my content. If you enjoyed my video, give me a huge thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I haven't been participating in the routine therapy this week. I will make sure to get some trials in before the 15th, which will launch the new Prime assets and I believe a new map as well. I've been playing a few other games because Steam had this huge summer sale currently going on, so I racked up on some games that are heavily discounted right now. So I've been focusing a lot of my attention on those games instead of Outlast. But I will definitely make sure to get my therapy session in, because apparently with the routine therapy this week, it's supposed to give you an old school Outlast vibe. And if you are still actively playing the Outlast trials, good luck on your therapy, and I'll see you next time.
Hey,
This is a little extra.